Pixie Quilters. I'm Marlene, and here we are doing Cali & Co. block number 7. Good grief, it's more than halfway done. And if to remind you, these are what they're looking like. We have 6 so far. I chose a whole bunch of just different fabrics, sort of eclectic, some mice, some cherries, some bees, some Lori Holt, some, I think, Figaro, some Chelsea. Not quite sure who all I've got in these blocks. I like that one. I like that one best. And then here's another one. Now today at block 7, you went to the CORY YODER website and downloaded that and printed it off. And it's free, so it's okay for you to see it. Of course, because you're going to be able to print it off yourself. But in case you don't want to, let me hold up each page for you. You can take a picture of that and use it. Some of us are just not as, sometimes we just don't have ink in the printer, So if that'll help, run it back and forth until you get the information you need. But let's see. According to this, it says we're going to use some of those half square triangles that we've been saving up. Well, I used some of them last month, so I'm going to probably end up having to make some more in the future. That's okay. So I picked out, I believe we needed 8 of the 2.5 inchers, 8 of the half square triangles that we've already made, random, and then 4 big ones to do the big corners after we put it together, 2 colorful longer borders, 2 colorful shorter borders, same short and longer, and we're ready to start. Are you ready to start too? This is Cali & Co. Block 7 from CORY YODER. It's a free quilt along, and I love it. It's using up all these unusual colors and fabrics that I've been collecting. So this is great. So here we go. Actually, it's just, is that page 3? No, the center is really simple. We're just going to lay it out and, make sure I get it in the right spots, of course. That's always important, right? You've been watching me. You know there are times when I certainly don't get that accomplished correctly. But I think we have a white center, and then we have 4 corners. Nope, turn that around, Marlene. There. Then we put some of these full-sized ones in here. Trying not to match the same fabrics next to each other. It's very hard to be random, don't you think? Let's see, there's no more yellow spots left to go. We'll have to do that one. And then a flower and a cherry. Okay, so that's the center of the block. Bingo bango, let's put it together. And we iron all of these going that way, all of these going this way, and vice versa, so that when we put them together, their seams go together nice. Okay, here we go. How's the weather with you? Today we have, I think it was only 75 at about 1 o'clock, so that was wonderful. That means you can have the windows open and, it's nice. But some of you folks really live where it's really hot. And I don't envy it. Oh, I'm wearing a little bracelet that my granddaughter made for me. Well, with me. We made them together. She's old enough to make those little friendship bracelets. Mine says Jesus on it. I like that. And lots of purple. I like purple. Okay, let's take that apart. And where's my, there it is. My fat quarter, oh, gypsy quilter guy. Cutter. Alrighty, let me get these ironed up. Well, wouldn't you know it, I got them all mixed up, but it's gonna be like a puzzle. We can figure it out. You have to have white going out to the corner. Oh, we don't want 3 of those in there. There we go. That's pretty good, huh? See, we got the 4 whites on the corners. We got the 4 whites in the middle. Good to go. Been sewing here today, and I've been making that little elf wall hanging. It's over on my other table, or I'll show it to you right this minute. It's so darn cute. But I'll be sure to put a picture of it in before we finish this one, okay? Remember that first block that I had to take apart 3 times in order to get it done? Well, hopefully I'm not going to do anything crazy like that this time. Now see, these go this way. Okay, we'll put them in stacks and we'll see if we, okay, here we go. We're gonna get these done. Let's see, we better put them out in order and make sure I don't do that again. There, okay. Now these guys are gonna go together, and I am gonna pin them because I want them to be nesting so nicely. Good. Do you listen to music while you're sewing usually? I sure do. Today I've been listening to gospel songs with, you know, the old Gaither group. I like watching them. So, you know, they're so bouncy. I like that. And I was watching Mercy Mead and Josh Williams. I like that one. What are your favorite artists? I want to thank you for all the comments my friends are putting into my movies or my videos. Thank you, Becky Morton, Becky Pugh, Lynn Lockard, Liz Warnke. Those are the names I can think of right off, but I will keep track of who you are so that I can talk with you when we're doing these things. Let's see. Are you working on the, who's doing the designer mystery? Is anyone doing the designer mystery from Fat Quarter Shop with me? Let me know. I think Liz is doing the Cali & Co. because she sent me a message and said she'd downloaded it. Oh, that's nice. It even nests really nicely in the middle too. If it's really lumpy in the seams, you can always press the seams open, which will distribute the lumpiness. Even though it says to press it a certain way, you can still do them open if you want to. Can you see my snowman behind me? I'll lift it up so you can see all my quilts. I put up quite a few quilts this weekend. Well, here is our little inner block. Came together quite nicely. I like the distribution of color. And I pressed open the side-to-side seams and some of the others that were real bulky. Okay, so the next thing we do after this is to put the white borders on, and we put the side borders on first and then the top and bottom. So here's, and we better size this up because it's looking a little bit big. Okay, so this needs to be 8.5 by 8.5. So let's take a look at that. It's really close. Just a little bulgy in a couple of spots. Won't be losing any points over this. Yeah, that's really right on. So let's try going this way. Oh, that's going to be a little too big. You know, how do these things happen anyway? Well, it looks like it's just that corner. So we'll distribute the overage and see if that'll help. So it's primarily this block up here in the corner, but not my points. Okay, so now let's put on the sides. I never know which is right, you know? I think it's that one. Yesterday I stepped on a needle, doggone it. I was walking around up here barefooted. We won't be doing that again. Luckily, I felt it and stopped before I really stepped on it. And so it only went into my calluses. And so I think we're good. At least it wasn't a rusty nail, right? Let's not do that. Let's sew it from this side so that I can make sure that the lines are all straight. You know, when you use best press, it really helps them lay still. Oh, I think my neighbor man is barbecuing. Wow, that smells good. I'm in an upstairs family room that I converted to my room, and I love it. But with all the windows open, I can sure smell when people are cooking on their Barbies. I like it in the fall too, because you can hear the marching band from the high school. I love it. I love that. I'm a marching band freak. Okay, here is our, let's see, we're going to do it correct this time. This goes down and this goes down that way. Okay. Now, that doesn't seem like it's long enough. Did I take big enough seam? Yes. How long are those white ones supposed to be? Ten and a half. It's just a little bit shy. About 2 millimeters shy. So we will make some bigger ones. Because I don't want the blocks to pucker. And if I try to squeeze them on there, then they're going to pucker. Now there's 30. We're going to go down to 20, so they're going to be 10 and a half. I bet they fit better. Here we go. Now this is going to be open. Boy, we're just zooming through this. This is great. Okay, we need to do the thread. Maybe I tugged on it too much. I don't know. These are some of these pre-wound bobbins, and I swear they are not as thick a thread as my top thread here. Yeah, this has got to be a heavier weight. It seems to work pretty good. I don't know if I told you, my dog and I caught 4 possums in our garage. Little ones. Well, they were a juvenile. They weren't really little. And I think maybe either one bit her foot or I've given her a new treat and she's just licking her foot until it bleeds. But I was walking around in the house with her, and doggone if she didn't have a footprint everywhere we went. So I had to, Hannah, come here, let's show them your foot. Come here, Hannah. Come here, Hannah, banana. Right up here. Yeah, let's show them your injured foot. Can't see it very good. Come a little bit closer. See, we got it all wrapped up. I bathed it in Epsom salts and then put a nice pad on it and then typed it on. So, Nurse Marlene to the job. Okay, we're almost done with this line. Let's finish it. But I change the dressing on it every day, and it's no indication of infection at this time. It looks like it's healing pretty good. I put bag balm on it too. All right, we're gonna just go ahead and iron this and then put on these next colorful ones. And then we put the 4 ears on. Remember how we did that? That's sort of tricky. Now let's see, the short ones are here. They go on the sides. Perfect. I'll have to adjust this one corner a bit. Well, the opposing corners need to be adjusted a bit. Hi, honey. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to fix this. Yeah, that one needs to be done too. What colors are you guys working with? I think one person is using batiks in the autumn colors, if I remember correctly. I like the fabrics that Lynn Lockhart is using for her her block of the month that she's doing through one of our local shops. I'm just gonna snug it over to the left just a bit. Much better. Okay, let me iron this up. Okay, let's see here. Lovely. And lovely, yay! They're such a good fit, I don't even have to worry. Okay, where we go? Good. Make sure we're still good. Oh, excuse me, that's my husband singing. I'm going to close the door. My husband is taking singing lessons and having a blast. Oopsie doodle. Hot diggity, man, this is going together quick. All right, so now we're going to put on these corners. And this is where I'm going to camouflage that I messed up this corner by taking it in a little too tight, but that's okay. We're going to be cutting off that corner anyway. So here, we're going to put this right there. And I'm going to bring it out just a tiny bit to accommodate for that. Then when we square up that odd shaped one that we get when we do the corners, then we'll fix it when we do look at it that way. So we need to put a line across here. Lately, I've just been using Taylor's chalk. Just easy, especially when I'm drawing lines to do quilting on my, on my own machine. Problem is that it's a little bit wide, so I have to be very careful. Just drive right along the exact center of that. But in this case, we're going to be coming 1/4 from this, 1/4 to the side of this. I have to remember which way it is, though. We'll have to watch out. I'm known for doing that wrong. Oh, good, it goes right there with that one. That'll be pretty, like it was planned. Very nice. I saw that. You dropped a pin. I don't want to find that with my foot. All right, now so according to the directions, let's go read that page again, doggone it. Now we're supposed to sew along. Draw a diagonal line across the back of the D square. Draw a second line 1/2 away from the first marked line. Oh, that's right. Okay, we can do that. And we're not going to be sewing down this line. We're going to be sewing down this one that's a 1/2 inch further. That's not a 1/2 inch. This is my 1/2 inch side. La 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 la. La 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 la. I was listening to a song that the Martins were singing in harmony. The two sisters and the brother is just so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Now let's see, we've got this marked and we're gonna sew down, oh, here's the picture we need. See, here's the picture right there. That's the tricky one. Marlene is known for doing that incorrectly. So we're gonna get that straight. Sew on both marked lines. Okay. Okay, enough already. We're going to do it. I sure love that thread cutter thing. Every now and then it gets a little balled up though. And then I have to go in and take the threads that got stuck in it and remove them gently with a forceps. It's almost time for my son's wedding. Only seven days left. Woo! Pretty exciting, heady times. I need to get my nails done. And my toenails too. As I age, I find that I have my grandmother and my mother's toes, sort of bumpity old things, and they don't fit into all those fancy shoes I used to buy at Nordstrom. So now I gotta look for shoes that are comfort. Hey, you know what? As long as the grandkids want to sit on my lap, who cares? Now we're cutting these apart in between the two chalk lines. And the chalk lines is where we sewed. So these should be correct. A little bit more. There we go. Come back here. What happened there? Ran into a bump on my mat, probably, huh? There, yeah, that was. My mat probably needs to be replaced. All right, kids, what do you think? Yoo-hoo! I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, I promised I'd show you my elf. My elf. Just a minute. I didn't want to do the handwork. I know you guys can give me heck, but I glued it together. It's going to be a wall hanging, right? I used fabric glue. I broke out of my Elmer's glue mode and actually used fabric glue. And then I used just a few clamps. And then it has this lovely hanger that goes, and I made a little sleeve back here. So when that actually dries, which might be tomorrow, and then all the sewing on the back, isn't that cute as a bug's ear? My friend was over today and she said, there's no face on the elf. All you see is his hat and his hands and his feet. And she says, we need to put a Kilroy was here on top of the bow with his eyes and his nose. And I said, no, thank you. Are any of you old enough to know what Kilroy was here looks like? Well, it's sort of cute, whimsical looking at best, right? Okay, so we've finished it. This is Cali & Co. Mystery Bomb, Block 7. We are done with it. What do you think? I think it's one of my better ones. The seams all go together. There's no glaring points gone. And oh, there's one here about one thread off. Let's see. No, I can't make that move, but I'm going to be happy with it. See, it's not exact. It's pretty darn close though. Okay, that's all for me. Get in there and do that block. Get her done. Because you know what? They're fun and they're actually, you know, this took me 49 minutes for goodness sakes, but it might probably take you 32 minutes. Anyway, so have a wonderful day and work on your projects and get some rest and hydrate. This is hot weather. We need plenty of water. All right. Take care. Bye.